just opinions, so don't take it personally. Just because we don't like it, you can still be happy. Enjoy what you like, you're an adult. Yeah. BWN Productions, mass plus props and custom work. If you want a monster name, contact BWN Productions. Fast custom shirts, hundreds of t-shirts, all at reasonable prices. If you need custom work, contact Fast Custom Shirts. Grab a cold one and get ready for the show. It's intended for mature audiences because we kid and joke. Boy God is here and so is Tom and Joe.
Almost fucked that one up because I was just listening to the song and not paying attention. Just, this is good. Oh no, we're doing something right now.
Yeah, and I was thinking, man, I gotta bust out the harmonica. I hadn't played a whole lot since the other dog died, but I gotta learn that solo, so I can just bust out with it here randomly on the show. But as that theme song says, grab a cold one. That's what I did, Tom. So, I got some beers in the mails.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, well,
I think you probably found some somewhere.
So this is Shiny Diamonds, Shiny Diamond Ale. And, well, is it a tribute to Dio? I'd say it is, because it's also got a tiger on it, you see.
What color are the eyes?
And the eyes are blue.
And?
White?
Black and blue.
So, yeah, thanks, store that had this. Yeah, cool. So much appreciated it, and I saved them to drink tonight on the show. So now it's overflowing for some reason.
Every single one I opened. I just didn't want to tell you because, it would be funny.
Yeah, so that was interesting. Luckily, I'd put a koozie on there. And let me take a little sippy sip. It's pretty good.
It's good, and then at the end, it has like a weird maybe lemon pop that I can't put my finger in, but
yeah, cool. I'm glad you that these arrived in the store. That is because I went on a trip, Tom. Put some miles on the road, and
well, let me ask you this, Joe: are you road hard?
I think I'm more softened by the road, Tom. And, well, I'll tell you why. So this is a trip we'd been planning for a while. Roop and I were taking a buddy off for, a road trip. I wouldn't say the last road trip, but a road trip. And, well, that didn't work out. Our buddy couldn't go. As I'd mentioned on the last show, I had to pay a shitload in state taxes. So my finances were a lot lower than I would like them to be for a trip of this magnitude. But luckily, hey, I came up poor. I left the house at an early age and I was poor, learned how to budget, so I was just figuring, okay, I can spend this amount on this and this and this and, have this much money for gas, this much money for food, blah, blah, blah. But that's still on my mind, it's like, well, shit, what if something goes through the bank that I wasn't expecting, hey, we just renewed your whatever the fuck, it just took out $500 or something. What could I do? All I could do was get on the road. Old Roop and I were driving up uneventful, and we get into New Mexico, Tom.
Well,
It's
Joe, you got a lot of family in old Mexico.
that's what.
Which one do you,
Uh,
which one do you consider better now
well,
having lived in both?
having driven through New Mexico now, I would say old Mexico is far, far superior. Uh, it's an ugly looking state. It's poor as fuck. I'm driving, it's raining. It's raining pretty hard. We get to a stopping point. Roop and I switch. We're getting back on the highway. Hey, there's some cops there. They say, everybody get off the fucking highway. Take this other route. Okay, we go through some shitty little towns, and everything's slow because they diverted everybody. And it's trucks. Trucks are, every time they have to stop, it takes them a while to build momentum. If old Red was on here, he would explain that to us. He'd explain, like brake check stations and shit like that.
You know what I want to know? Red, if you're listening, reach out. But I could probably fucking look it up. But what is brake locking? Like you always see those signs that say, "Hey, you no brake locking."
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we'll get to that because I looked all that shit up, Tom. Because, you're on the road, you want to educate yourself when you see something you don't know anything about. One thing I don't know a whole lot about is snow. And, well, we encountered some snow, Tom. We're driving through the mountains, and yeah, it's snowing, but
In
goddamn.
New Mexico?
Yeah, New Mexico.
Was this anticipated?
Maybe the day before they announced, possible snowstorm. As we're driving, there's an alert that says blizzard.
In New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Am I dumb for thinking that shouldn't happen?
They've got mountains, and it is elevated.
Oh shit, like those fucking dope ass A24 movies.
Or just like that. So you never know what's going to happen, just like in one of those movies. We're driving, we're steadily going up, but not too fast because, like I said, we're now on a 2-lane thing, going through the back roads, going through the mountains, and it's snowing. It's like, hey, this is cool. I've only seen snow a few times in my life. It's just like, these mountains aren't very pretty, but they're mountains. I live in Texas. How often do I get to see mountains? Well, Tom, we came to a stop. As we're elevated, as we're pretty high up, and as it's snowing pretty fucking good. Like, what's going on? Like, we're trying to see around this line of trucks. Finally, we're able to see, like, ahead, like, Roop zooming in with his fucking Android phone that's built to take shots of the moon or something. It's like, oh, looks like there's a truck jackknifed there on the road.
Shit, he was
And
brake locking.
Motherfucker right now. So we got to sit there for about 3.5 hours. I turned on there's seated heated seats. Okay, this fancy rental that Root got.
Yeah, they fucking, it sounds like a good idea. And maybe for like when you first get in the car, when it's cold. Sure, but after a while, your fucking butt cheeks are gonna sweat, and that fucking sucks. Not a fan myself, Joe.
Well, I turned it on. It's like, hey, this feels pretty good because although we're running the heater in there, it's still, not that warm. It's like, I forgot, like 20. I think it dropped down to 25
in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting.
Was it northern New Mexico?
I guess central, like right through the middle. Yeah, and that shit felt good. So, I know after a while, it like reduces the heat. And I was like, well, fuck, I like the way that felt. So what I do is turn it off and turn it back on again so it could give me that super blast of heat. Anyway, Roop's got to piss. We're not moving anywhere. He decides, well, I'm going to go piss right behind that bush right there. Doesn't realize how much it snowed. He steps into the shit after he gets off the road, and it goes like mid calf, you know. So there's been a lot of fucking snow. So now he's just fucking feet and shoes and shit are just all wet. He gets back in.
Was he wearing shorts?
Yeah, he's wearing shorts, you know. So not good. He gets back in the car, kind of, you know, like, fuck, that was dumb. And he still got to piss. And then I think he pissed like into the wind or something.
Never, ever, ever piss into the wind.
Then after a while, it's like, fuck, man, my back hurts. Like, I've got like a pinch, like right here. Like, what the fuck's going on? Maybe I've been sitting too long and like my clothes have bundled up and it just like kind of put, you know, pinched my back or something. I don't fucking know. I'll figure that shit out later, you know, but it hurts. It's kind of like I can't get comfortable now. I can't, you know, whatever. Hey, look, they're starting to tow away that truck that was jackknifed. We're still not moving. I wonder why. Well, it snowed so much, Tom, and nobody had been moving, you know. So the snow just piled up on the road, and so we had to wait on snow plows.
But everybody had to move over so they can get through, right?
Right. So that took some time too. Then one of the snow plows got stuck, and had to pull that out of the way.
So when you started this fucking journey, when you bought these tickets however many months ago, did you say, hey, I think I better bring a parka because we're going to encounter some snow?
I did take jeans, and I took a pair of boots. That was for the concert, and a hoodie. You know, I took a hoodie.
But did you anticipate?
No,
You
no,
know,
not a blizzard, you know, shit that just, hey, everything's good 1 minute, and then the next hour, fuck, everything's covered with snow.
like I've driven through New Mexico, but it was just 10 going to fucking Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's fucking cactuses and comically looking fucking cow skull heads. Like, that's what the fuck it is. So, you keep saying this snow shit, I just can't comprehend it.
Yeah, it's a lot of snow. And so, yeah, finally we start moving, but there's so much ice on the road. We're only moving for 15 miles an hour, you know, so we were supposed to reach, we're going to stop in Albuquerque, and I was going to meet up with a friend I hadn't seen in shit several years.
Well, how are they doing?
Well, didn't get to see them, Tom, because we were supposed to get into Albuquerque, I think at like 5, and didn't get there until like 10:30 or so. And yeah, we just fucking went to the room, ordered a pizza, and just went the fuck to sleep. You know?
You went to fucked and sleep?
Went the fuck to sleep, Tom.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I suppose I could have, because there was some crackhead lady there at the gas station that we stopped to get some beer at, but nah. None of that. Needed.
Yeah, I can open the bottle with my pussy hole, baby.
Next day, hey, the sun's out, and it's well, shit. What happened to all that snow and stuff? It's gone. Maybe it never happened. You know. Uneventful drive the rest of the way. We get to Tempe, Arizona. And what did we do? We didn't do much of shit, I guess. We went and had some burgers. Old JR recommended a place. And thanks for that recommendation, JR. That place was something else. That was a really good burger. If we did top 10 lists or top 5 lists anymore, it would be 1 or 2, I'd say. But after that, we just went back to the room, got a shitload of beer, and just got fucked up, you know, and watched a movie. Watched a couple of movies, both of which we'll be talking about later. Then the next day,
What kind of beer did you get? Did you get like any local shit that they had?
Kilt Lifter, I think, is the Arizona beer that we picked up. I forgot the name of the brewing house or whatever. I got a picture of it or something. But like the first store we stopped at in New Mexico, all they had was like as basic as it gets. So we just grabbed Modelo. The next day we got to get a couple of them, but I only remember the Kilt Lifter. And they come in 15 packs, which I felt was odd. But hey, you know, they didn't seem to cost more than 12 packs cost here. So, all right. Not a high alcohol content. I think they were like 6%ers or whatever.
Well, I mean, that's higher than normal.
Yeah, that is. The next day we go grab some lunch, eat some fry bread, Tom, which you're familiar with you being, you know, well, you don't look like a Native American. You look more like Kid Rock. But
like fucking dude, that
look,
lady ended up being like a. I hope she was at the hospital getting her fucking eyes checked, because I don't think so, lady. Dude, she was so. Then she's like, "Oh, I'll just tell him why I made a weird face at him, I guess.
yeah.
Thought you were Kid Rock." Oh.
We went to ate some fry bread. Roop had never had fry bread, and he was impressed with that shit. It was good. It was really good. And then we still had some time to kill, so I'm looking, well, what's some free shit we can do? Because I'm on a budget, you see. Oh, there's this like art museum here in the university. Let's go check that out. And yeah, the thing with art museums,
Free ones.
art, you know, it's like, oh, here's this installation that's, you know, some bricks.
But they were Navajo bricks.
It's supposed to represent, you know, blah blah blah. You know, there was some cool paintings in there, but there was more bullshit than there was anything else. You know, art. I just don't get it, I suppose, Tom. Maybe that's why I'm broke.
Well, while you were there, did you at least think of buying something turquoise?
No, not at all. The city had a lot of self-driving cars rolling around, you know, which I don't know. I don't know about that shit. Still seems a little dangerous to me, but whatever, you know. They ain't doing that shit in Dallas, so I ain't got to worry about it. Went to the concert, you know, I had got in touch with JR because we had an extra ticket, and he joined us there. The two opening acts, I don't remember, but they weren't that good. They weren't memorable anyway. And then there was a Native American band called 6 Million Dead, and we were just kind of laughing because the lead singer, he looked a lot like Steven Seagal, you know, like a even more balding Steven Seagal. And we stopped laughing when the guy started fucking singing because he was badass. He was really fucking good. He was like the Steven Seagal of Native American metal. Yeah, that's what we'll say, you know. He didn't run, so I don't know if he ran like Steven Seagal, you know.
What?
You've never.
That looked more like a prance.
When he runs, he looks like he's prancing. But just look up, you know, just run a search, Steven Seagal running, and yeah, you'll see. After that, there was a band called Jade Helm. Really good. They had like a punk sound to them. Dug it. Then there was a band called Healing Magic, which I thought they were just all right, you know. Then there was Go Ahead and Die, which we'd already seen here in Dallas, and this is the Cavalera dynasty, you know, Max Cavalera. It's all, you know, he's in a shitload of bands, and they're mainly family members and stuff. This is his son's band that he's also a part of, and they were good. They were just as good as they were when we saw him here. Another band called Insight, and these guys, I'd seen them before, also here in Dallas, but this time this guy seemed real wired, like he was getting on top of these stacks of speakers, and just, you know, you would see the speakers wobbling, and I thought, man, these things are gonna go fucking down. And he just jumped up, you know, so he got some fucking air. Oh man, this guy's gonna break his ankles. No, he's not me. He landed safely, fucking continuing to sing as soon as he landed and everything. Pretty daring. Then Nail Bomb played, which I thought that was going to be the closing act, you know, because I think that was the big draw, because these guys have only played live maybe 4 or 5 times, and you know it's just real rare that they get back together and play. So that was kick ass, and then they closed it out. Soulfly played, and it was good. It was some good shit. And let's see, this is a poster I got. This is what the t-shirt looked like. I don't usually buy t-shirts for obvious reasons, but I thought, well, let me just go ahead and get this event shirt, you know. Yeah, so there's that. On the back it has the list of the bands that played, you know, and yeah, had a good time. I'm fucking old, you know, kind of old to be driving, you know, across 3 states to go to a heavy metal show, but I had a blast. Roop had a blast. I hope JR had a good time watching the bands and shit. Seemed like he did. And then, you know, crashed out and had the uneventful drive home, which we did straight through, no stop or anything. Switched a few times, and it's good to have an uneventful drive.
What kind of venue was this?
It was just it looked like it was specifically a music venue. JR was telling me that they get a lot of like hip hop acts that go through there, and the places are just like jam fucking packed for that shit.
How big do you think it was?
Uh what would I compare it to? Maybe a little bigger than that one place that we did the pancakes and booze there in Houston,
Gotcha.
you know.
That's a decent size then. Is
Yeah.
that excuse me, is that something that a lot of people come from all over to go to, or is that just a more local thing?
This one, like, it was the first time that they've done this as like an all-day festival thing, and there was people from all over. We were talking to a dude from Oregon and some other dude, I don't remember where from. Just, I think it was just the Nail Bomb, because it's so rare that they play that's what the draw was. That's what I wanted to go for.
And like rare that who's playing? Sorry.
The band Nail Bomb.
Oh, that's a band. Okay. I thought you were just saying a word. I didn't fucking know. All right.
Yeah.
And who is that? That's one of the guys from Soulfly or some shit, you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah, the guy from Sepultura, he's like in all these other bands too. You know, he just he's nonstop. Fuck it, I ain't got it with me. This guy here.
Who is that? Kid Rock?
No. This here.
I mean, I look more like that fucking guy than I do Kid Rock.
I don't know, Tom. I don't know. You know, hospital crowd has spoken.
I guess.
Yeah.
She does have a doctorate after all.
But yeah, good time. Roop, thanks for making the journey with us and everything. I think he's headed off to Tampa tomorrow morning for work. He's going to be there a few days, so he's going to be spending most of his birthday, which is tomorrow, in airport. So hey, sucks for you, buddy, but I'll have a couple of beers, hopefully in your honor. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Safe trip.
JR, thanks for making it out and hanging out with us. And
that's your first time meeting him?
No, we'd met at camp the year that you and I went. He was.
All right. No, was he?
I thought he was. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Mm.
But it was just like you guys were old friends.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's a good dude. He's a really good dude.
Speaking of which, what is it? Monday, I think we'll be on their show, the Hordecast Live. It's on YouTube. That's probably the easiest way to find it. Just type in the Hordecast Live, and it should pop up. Do you have the time, Joe?
I think it was like at 8 or something, and maybe earlier. I may be wrong about that, but it's not a late show like we do. You know, it is. prime time, I'll say.
If I knew how to link it, I would, but I don't because I'm dumb. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll share it on the page and on our respective pages too, our personal pages. So yeah, check that out. And
Well, Joe, speaking of the Facebook page, we're live on the Facebook page again, Joe.
oh,
And this might be the last time that we're live on the Facebook page again, Joe.
why is that, Tom?
Because nobody really gives a fuck about the Facebook page. And if we just do it on the YouTube page, maybe that'll help build the audience. But I mean, nobody really gives a shit. The only people we got on this now are on YouTube. So
Okay.
I don't know. It's just fucking like we'll post something on there and no one cares, crickets. But that's kind of like these videos anyway, so maybe we'll just keep it on the Facebook page. I don't know. I mean, maybe someone will see. I don't know. What are your thoughts there, Joe?
I don't know. I think the only time we get reaction on any of that is when one of us shares it from that page. I don't think enough people follow the page enough or to give a shit. I don't know.
Me neither.
I don't think it hurts, to have it live. I don't think it hurts, or affects any of the YouTube shit, does it?
I mean, less people might go and watch it on YouTube because I'm on Facebook all the time. That's my preferred app or social network or what the fuck ever. So I don't know. And Facebook is a lot more stringent. Is that the word with their content?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, because I had planned to do a video diary, a travelogue thing, like, hey, this is something different, and maybe this will get some other people to click on for a little while and say, nah, fuck this guy, and then click off.
But you said it on the podcast beforehand, so it was never going to happen anyways.
Well, I started to, but every time I would start, doing a video or something, just starting to film, Roop would like, hey, Joe's doing his little gay F word, this, that. So it's like, well, fuck, I can't use that. This is 2024 going into 2025. A lot of sensitivity going on right now, man. So I just said, fuck it, scrap the whole idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's a way to take the audio out and you could have narrated over it, but for what? The three people is just like, Joe's trip to fucking New Mexico, huh?
Right.
Sweet. Him and his sweet fucking Mayan shirt he got.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can just hang that, put it in a frame, and
Well, they're Brazilian, you see.
oh, my mistake. So they're Mayan?
I don't know. No. What? Brazil's farther south, right? South America? I don't know, Tom.
That there's a lot of people with those BBLs running around there because that's where it came from, you see. It's in the name.
They invented the BBL.
I think they just give birth and then they shove the kids in these ladies' butt cheeks and they're just not telling them. And it's a big joke on how are we going to get these migrants into the country? We're going to start this fad that BBLs are the big thing. So all these fucking Brazilian ladies are just shoving their children in these passed out bras.
Oh, so I didn't tell you. We get to the hotel after the first night of driving, and it's like, what the fuck happened to my back? And I look, holy shit, I burned the fuck out of my back with that seat heater. That was like one piece there that was just, I guess, just burning into me.
So that's probably not good.
No, it's not good. So
That's I don't know. Something I don't know. You didn't have any medical things or anything from it, so you're not.
Didn't have any ointments or anything to coat it with, but I don't know. It's burnt and it's healing, you know. But yeah, it burned me, and it's just like I don't know.
It burned me. It made me feel pains.
It cooked some of my skin, is what it did.
Oh, old Kruger Joe, they call him.
Mm,
Mostly because of the kid shit. That doesn't have anything to do with the burn.
not that pedophile.
Oh, shit. I don't know. Yeah, it's been
But that
I'm
was
glad you went. Yeah. I'm glad you went and had the trip. It sucks it's not the trip that you guys set out to, but that's kind of life, dude. You can plan and plan and plan. But
yeah. We made the most of it, and we had a great time. Even when we were stuck in the snow, we weren't pissed or fucking aggravated, you know. Because what can you do? We were just laughing about it the whole fucking time, you know.
that won't happen again, so
Right.
yeah, it's cool. Got some memories and shit for sure for the next couple years, I
Yeah.
guess.
Definitely.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's cool. It worked out, so right on. Right on. Shit, yeah, I had a week. It is what it is. If Team Boy Gob wants to throw some positivity out into the world, I'm sure there are some people out there who could use it. So go team that. I guess we can start talking about shit. Unless you got anything, and I got a few. I got a
Positive
few
vibes,
things.
send positive vibes, because yeah, there's people out there in the world that could use a leg up, as they say.
Oh fuck! If you were next to me, I would drive to the store, buy a tomato, drive back, and fucking throw it at your face. I might mail one to you. You fuck.
You had a hook.
Oh shit. Well, speaking of it, Joe, I said I was out. I said, all right, after Clerks 3, we wrap this up. It is what it is. It's done. I don't have to go back. But god damn it, Kevin Smithy has a new movie out, Joe. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, it's like the Last Picture Show or something.
It's almost like that, but this one has Joe Spinell in it. Oh, what's it? 4:30 movie, or probably the 4:30 movie, because movies have to have the in front of it, Joe.
So what is that reference? 4:30.
I guess the showtime of a movie, right? No, we'll go to the 4:30. Well, shit, man. I grew up saying we're going to the show, so I would have said the 4:30 show. I don't know what your vernacular is. Show-o. And if it's a girl, it would be Showa, and you'd be going to see Godzilla. Maybe you could fucking send that tomato back to me. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, Kevin Smith shit. God damn it. We were almost talking about Godzilla. Now we got to go back to this bullshit. All right. So this is like an autobiographical movie about Kevin Smith's life before he became a clerk. It's a little up its own ass because it's like I need to tell the story of me, and it's self-indulgent because I need to tell the story of me. But I mean, it is what it is. So this kid, it starts out with him calling a girl who he made out with in a pool last year, and it seemed like they were pretty close. She was about to let him feel her up, but he's kind of a puss and he didn't. So a year later, he hasn't talked to her since. So he just hits her up a year later and invites her to a movie. She says yes. So then about an hour into the movie, she shows up at the movie theater. And that 55 minutes in between is like them going to the movie. And you got that Korean guy, I think he's Korean, Dr. Kim Jung or some shit. If you've seen him, you'd be like, "Ugh, that guy." He's the popular Asian guy. He's been like the popular Asian guy for a few years now. If you've seen him, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I don't like him."
The guy that's in all those Apatow movies.
Maybe. I think he was in The Hangover. Like
Yeah,
he pops out of a trunk naked or some shit.
yeah,
Yeah, that he sucks, right?
yeah. He sucks.
Yeah. So it's just these kids and not very funny things, and they're showing like these fake movies and fake movie trailers, and they all suck. And it's just so fucking corny and lame, dude. Like the whole thing is just corny and lame. God bless him for being able to find fucking funding for these things still, and that he's able to make these movies that he wants to and all that. Like, good for him, but fuck no, man. Fuck no. Yeah, it's just so fucking corny and lame and just up his own ass. The kid, dude, I guess like in real life, he would record little notes and poems to himself. So this kid in the movie does it, and dude, it's just so corny and lame. And yeah, it's not funny. It's just really cheap. He owns a movie theater, and they shot it at this movie theater. And I knew he owned a movie theater. I just thought it would be a little nicer. This looks like a movie theater that I could probably get a bank loan for to open up. So, I mean, good for him. He has a movie theater. That's great. This isn't a, kick Kevin Smith in the balls a thon, but
Does he have his usual buddies in it?
in cameos. But I mean, this is focused on like teenagers, even though I'm sure they're not teenagers. They might be. I don't think the main guy is because he was in the last Clerks movie and I think something else. But yeah, it's just fucking corny and lame, dude. I mean, you'll never watch it anyways. Uh yeah, fuck no. Mm,
Oh, hey, looks like Tom froze up. He's
mm.
he's back.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Joe, I watched another movie that wasn't very good. Don't you laugh at that. They tried. It's called Not Another Church Movie, another 2024 movie, just like the one before. Have you heard of this?
I have not heard of this.
Okay. So this is like a parody movie of Tyler Perry and Medea and shit. And I don't know, dude. It doesn't work because, those movies are already a mockery. So when you try and make a mockery of these movies, it just seems like, oh, they're just making a Tyler Perry movie.
Was this a Tyler Perry movie? Was it financed by him or anything?
No, like on the poster, it says not a Tyler Perry movie and it's like crossed out or some shit. The main guy's name in it is, I think it's Tyler Ferry, PH, but he says the P's silent, and that's the joke that everybody keeps calling him a fairy, but his last name's really Harry. So, Oprah needs a new champion for women because Hopefra. I'm sorry. Hopefra needs a new champion. Don't laugh at that, Joe. They tried. She needs a new champion for women because she's going to retire. So she gets a hold of God, played by Jamie Foxx. How? I don't know. I'm pretty sure he won an Academy Award. This movie proves that doesn't fucking matter.
Mm.
He's like all shot on green screen, and it all looks like the joke takes, like when they were just fucking around. Crazy. And everything's bad. Everything just looks bad, and it's all terrible filmmaking. So he says, "Oh, we'll fucking get this guy Tyler Ferry and he'll be the new champion." And then it's just a bunch of bullshit, and at the end he becomes, oh, Tyler Perry making this stuff, and it just comes off as like Medea 37, after Tyler Perry doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just like, a late sequel that's kind of, but yeah, it's pretty much what it is. Like, you can't like make fun of this like it's because it's already so fucking dumb. Like, you can't make a mockery of a mockery. You're just making what it is. You get what I'm saying? And I guess this is from what I heard, hearsay. Uh, People making the movie didn't know what they were doing. Supposedly, it fell apart the first week because everybody got COVID. Mickey Rourke's in it. He plays the devil, and he's dressed like in his womanly clothing, like, what the fuck is with this guy wearing this wacky shit now? And his face looks like a goddamn blobfish. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's like some dude's claiming to be Mickey Rourke and he still has his Halloween mask on. Shit's crazy. But yeah, I did have a couple genuine laughs, but there was a lot of, god damn it. Like, it's the fucking green screen chroma key replacement in this is fucking ridiculous. And every shot just seems like it's a fuck up, or like they were trying to frame something, or it's just B-roll that they were just fucking, it's fucking crazy. Uh if you like bullshit, like if you just like bullshit, check it out, but I don't know. I did have a couple genuine laughs though, but that's just because I'm fucking stupid. So, I mean, don't watch it. But if you want to, it's your life. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Did it come with a slipcover?
Yeah, it did. It was embossed.
Well, Tom, I watched a 2024 movie called Caddo Lake. Now, I thought I had already talked about this one. Seems like I saw it a month ago. And I had to go back and read my review on Facebook. It's like, what the fuck was this about? I kind of knew, but like, were there some points that I needed? Okay, this is a movie that I guess didn't get any theatrical release. It was just released straight to Max, which was HBO at one point, and then was HBO Max. Now it's just Max. Fuck it. We're just gonna call it Max. And well, anything that doesn't have that kind of theatrical release, you don't expect much from. Caddo Lake is a real lake that's partially in Texas and partially in Louisiana. And this is about a guy that his life's a shambles. His shit's gone fall, him and his wife had a wreck. They went off a bridge. Not his wife, his mom. And his mom died in that wreck. They went off a bridge. You know how dangerous bridges can be, Tom. You know,
Especially those Lausanne bridges.
they went off of one of those right into the river. He survived, but she did not. So he's got survivor guilt, as they call it, Tom. And, his marriage is falling apart or whatever. And, like he's I don't know what he does for a living. He trawls the lakes and like picks up trash or something. Or yeah, I'm not sure what his job is, but the lake level is really, really low, and like he's like something odd is happening in this lake, Tom. Like he's seeing things that shouldn't be there. There's wolves. He sees some wolves, and wolves haven't been in that lake for say going on 40 years or so now, Tom. Movie's also about a young girl that's had difficulties with her mom, so she moved out of the house. She's just sleeping on the floor, one of her friend's house. But she goes back to see her mom and her mom's new boyfriend because her sister's there, and she wants to keep a good relationship with her sister. But one day, Tom, her sister disappears out in the lake, and the thing is, it's like she's freaking out about this because her dad disappeared at one point, and her mom saying, "No, your dad just left us. He's just a lousy son of a bitch that left us." And she's like, "No, he didn't. Even you said he was missing for a long time, Mom, and you just changed your story." So eventually, this man and this girl's stories intersect, Tom, but not quite in the way you would expect. If you've seen the movie Triangle or Time Crimes, that kind of tells you where it's going. I don't want to ruin it for anybody to tell you it's about time travel and time displacement, but so I'm not going to say anything like that. I thought the movie was pretty cool. It is pretty clever in its writing. It keeps shit concise, between these time shifts and stuff like that. And it all comes together fairly well in the end. Not good enough to make a list for our show, but if I do somebody else's show with a longer top whatever list, it'll probably make it for now. But it's worth a watch. Like I said, it's on Max, so you can watch it there.
I will pass.
Not for you. The thing is, it's like it's Caddo Lake. They didn't show one person fishing. Why the fuck else would you go to Caddo Lake? Just show somebody like casting out or something. Chat, I see. JR, good hanging out with you. We talked about the trip, the adventure, the concert, all that earlier in the show. Go back and listen to that at some point. Yeah, Charlie, I don't know if Tom has any of either of these hats for sale yet, but
oh no, sorry dude, both of these hats are sold out. Maybe Black Friday I'll have a hat on the site. I forgot to put them up for Halloween. We'll see. Oh shit, I got some
one more thing, Tom. While we were away, the old Candyman died. Most people know him as Candyman, but he's also on Star Trek, The Next Generation, and that was probably his best performance ever. So rest in peace.
Joe's gonna go cry off screen. Thoughts and prayers are with you at this time, Joe.
Guess I should open this beer in front of the sink.
Just hurry up, crack it, and drink it. There you go. So let me ask you this. Does the beer taste skunked to you?
you were right. Towards the end, the flavor changes. You know, I don't think that was from the voyage it had. You know, from the distributor to the store.
Yeah, I'm just I seen a lot of people reviewing it like recently in the last couple days, like when I looked. But I don't know, something keeps telling me maybe it's old beer. But yeah, I don't know. Cause it tastes all right, but
Mhm.
at the end there's like a weird pop at it. It's like, is this some like weird soured bread or
Yeah,
some
it
shit?
becomes more like an IPA at the end. You know, it's yeah, it t- yeah, it changes dramatically.
It's all right though.
I think that's why I was drinking it faster at that point.
Hey, save one of those cans. Have yourself a nice little. Huh.
Hmm.
Well, fuck, we're doing this. Yeah, god damn it. All right, Joe. Oh, Joe, man. You know I love physical media. Ha ha, baby. Unfortunately, I got a package from Vinegar Syndrome.
Hmm.
Oh, so I got one that I was looking forward to for a couple months. I was like, "Hey, they're finally releasing this movie the guy who made The Boxer's Omen made. This is going to be sweet. He made The Boxer's Omen. This is going to be great." This movie is called, I was going to say Corpse Grinders, but this is not that movie. This is Corpse Mania. There's the front. There's that. There's the fucking stupid book. Oh no, there's the disc. Oh, it all fell apart, Joe.
Hmm.
I can't believe it. There's the other side. All right, so this movie, it's about a serial killers going around killing prostitutes, Joe. Prosties, as they call them in the movie. And get this.
Digging it so far.
Well, you're gonna fucking dig it. You're gonna need a shovel for what he's doing next, Joe. Because not only is he killing them, he's making love to them too afterwards. So,
You know,
yeah.
there's a fine line between love and hate. So I already relate to this character, whoever it is, this serial killers.
Well, I don't know how much you can relate to him because he's a Chinese guy.
Oh, you say so.
Oh shit, maybe you can relate. My mistake. Maybe I'll just shut my fucking mouth.
I think that was Japanese, but
Damn.
different.
Dirty knees, just wash them, you'll be fine.
We're all in this together.
Fuck. Thoughts and prayers, everybody. Anyways, back to this fantastic movie that fucking totally exceeded my expectations. So, the guy, we'll just call him the serial little killer boy. He he wants to buy this sick prostitute. So he does. He just buys her. He buys a woman.
From like from her or what?
Oh, what do they call him? The whore master? What
Yeah.
are these broads called? The
Oh,
lady pimps?
Madame.
Jezl? What was it? Jezl something? Yeah. Ah. So we're this movie. Okay. This great movie, Joe. So he buys this sick and dying whore. She has tuberculosis, TB as they call it in the hood, you see.
Mhm.
And why is he buying this old on death's doors whore? So he could fuck her, of course, Joe. He doesn't need to kill this one.
Hmm.
So there's like scenes of her covered in like hundreds, probably thousands of mealworms, not maggots, but she's just there naked, covered in like all these little lizard feeder worms. So the cops come. Oh, And after they clean each other off, they say, "Whoa, this is fucked. This dude's fucking a dead lady. We gotta arrest him." So he goes to the nut hut and he gets out, Joe, in the killings and the fuckings. It's happening again. And it's up to Joe China, police officer Joe China, to catch him.
A cab in any fucking country.
But they just say it different because of the language, you see.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Like I had my expectations pretty high because the Boxer's Omen's fucking awesome. But it's okay. It's like a Chinese slasher mixed with a giallo movie. So I mean, there's some nice, cool lightings. Some of the sets look pretty cool. Uh, there's a couple cool kills, like a whore falls from the ceiling and splats on the street below. That was pretty terrific. And this guy goes around with like a big knife. It's almost comically big, but since they're Chinese, you think, oh, maybe it's just a little sword. I've seen enough of these movies to give them the benefit of the doubt. And he's kind of wrapped up like the Invisible Man, or what's that movie with Virginia Madison and the dickhead I Madman, maybe, where he has like a scarf around here and he's wearing some sunglasses and a big Kung Lao type hat.
Dark Man.
Yeah, that works too. So he's like that going around killing people. It's weird to say, man, the blood splatters were pretty cool, but they were stylized and they were cool. It wasn't just like, hey, ejaculate red on the wall. These kind of had a little bit of flair to them. So that was cool. It's it's just kind of hard for anything to live up to the Boxer's Omen because the Boxer's Omen's so fucking wild. But it's okay. Like there's some cool stuff to look at. 4K worthy? I don't know, but I guess that's just the new media, so why not just put whatever new you're releasing in that media, I guess. Uh the DVD itself, it sounds fine. This one I noticed I was reading the subtitles more and like missing stuff, like we talked about before. Yeah, sure, you can say I prefer to read the subtitles so I can see the characters acting and, see how they portrayed well, I mean, you can't because you're reading fucking most of the time anyway, so your eyes are distracted. So I noticed that a lot more in this. Uh, I'll go back and watch it again at some time, and I won't have to pay too much attention to what they're saying, so I can actually look at the movie. But from what I seen, it was, and the lights and the goofy WAP lighting like this, that looked pretty cool. And there was some good stuff in it, but it was had some boring stuff in it too. There's a scene where there's a tear in the film print, whatever they use to scan or whatever. It's maybe 5-10 seconds, not in a major scene, but there's like a tear or a rip in the film on a side, and it's just a red line running down the thing. So, besides that, everything looked fine. Again, 4K, but audio commentary. There's one with his son, Lil Beaver. I listened to about 10, no, 20, 30 minutes. Kind of dull. There was one with Sam something. It's a lady. And she's like a film historian, and someone who likes movies. And she's just talking about the dude's career and shit. There's maybe like a 20-minute video essay, they call it, on the director's career, and you pretty much got all that information in that. So that was a cool extra. The commentaries didn't really do it for me. I started doing other shit on that second commentary when it was playing. So yeah, there's two interviews, Both of them are in Mandarin or Cantonese or something, and I didn't give enough of a fuck about this movie to sit through and read that shit. And then there's an interview on there with his son, Little Beaver. That was all right. His name's actually Beaver, like you're laughing and shit. But that's his fucking name, Beaver. I want to say Kuai Liang, but that's Sub-Zero, so that's definitely not his fucking name. But yeah, the movie's okay. The extras are fine, I guess. You know, it's kind of hard to get fucking, these old Chinese movies with, American special features and shit. I get it. It's just hard to fucking live up to the Boxer's Omen. I'm gonna keep it. It was fine. It had some good stuff in it. It was okay. 7 out of 10. I rated it the same as Human Lanterns. And the fucking, I think the little serial killer boy, I think he's in Human Lanterns too, but I might be racist.
Definitely.
I rated them the same, but I like Human Lanterns a little more. That's not to say that Corpse Mania doesn't have its moments, but some moments it doesn't have, Joe. Some moments it doesn't have. Check it out when it's on sale. As we're going to get into, it's not awesome to blind buy stuff from Vinegar Syndrome. Like, I know that, but sometimes I'll still do it. Something will catch my eye. Oh, they're releasing this movie that hasn't been put out since VHS, and it's about a killer engine. I'm in. So, Joe, I got a Blu-ray copy of the hit motion picture Ghost Dance. Have you heard of it?
I hadn't heard of that one, or obviously, if I hadn't heard of it, I haven't seen it.
Well, before we talk about it, Joe, let me show you that. Not only that, though, Joe, let me show you this upside down. What's that behind there, you ask? It's a picture of John Redcorn upside down. So in this one, a native is digging for magical jewelry or some shit. Or he finds magical jewelry. And he gets possessed by the spirit of an evil killer native. So he goes around killing white people, and it's kind of anticlimactic. It's very run of the mill, nothing to really talk about, very underwhelming. It's an 80s movie, but it feels like a 70s TV movie. None of the kills are worth talking about, or me. I think he pushes like 2 people or 3 people through something sharp. And if that's the only kills I remember, then fuck you. Yeah, this isn't the fun exploitation movie I wanted. They're very nice and polite to the natives. They're treating them with respect as much as they can, and it just comes off like a fucking lame, tame TV movie.
Roughly, or well, I guess you could look at the thing, but fuck it. What year was it?
I want to say early 80s. I
Okay.
think it was before slasher movies were completely played out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just who fucking cares? Like, I don't like scalps, but I can't really even remember scalps. But I'm sure it's better. I can't say that. I'm not a big Fred Olin Ray fan or a fan at all. So uh clear cut. If you want a killer native movie, watch Clear Cut for sure. But there wasn't a commentary track, I don't think, and if there was, I wouldn't have listened to it. There's an interview with the director. That dude was boring as shit. I turned it off. There was an interview with the producer. I turned that one off faster. And I can't remember if there was anything else on there. I don't give a fuck enough to pick the insert off of the floor and see if there was anything else on there. And yeah, it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but being just middle of the road and forgettable and who gives a fuck sometimes is, worse than being bad. So yeah, definitely whatever I paid for this, I overpaid for. It's a new release. So I got robbed. And no, I didn't. I got scammed. I didn't get scammed. It's vinegar syndrome. You know what's gonna fucking happen. So yeah, fool me once, shame on you. If I fucking do it 7 times now, I can go fuck myself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
And I'm sure you'll be getting a few things on their Black Friday sale.
I mean, I already ordered Congo and fucking what's it called? Cannibal the Musical.
I was trying to think of. Roop and I were talking about some of the mainstream shit that Vinegar Syndrome's done. Because we were talking about Showgirls. And I was trying to remember. No, they got something else that was like a big theatrical movie. And yeah, Congo. That's it.
And that's part of the funniness of Congo. Like how big that fucking movie was promoted. It's crazy. We got the fucking watches, dude. Taco Bell was fucking blowing that shit up, man. But yeah, I genuinely like that movie. I have the Blu-ray, so I was just like, I don't need this fucking. But I like Congo because it's ridiculous and shit. And there's a 50-minute documentary on there just about the making of the gorillas. So I'm just like, dog, come on. I'm gonna buy it just for that. So yeah, whenever it shows up here in fucking December of 2026, we'll Vinegar Syndrome, they're doing so great now. They're getting this bigger warehouse, they're getting all these sales in these movies. Let's hire another guy or girl or two to get some stuff shipped out a little faster. That'd be cool.
Some holiday temp workers.
I mean, just regular, just keep them on board through the year. That would help us, fucking idiots who buy this shit. What do they call them? Dumb fucks.
I wait and get shit from them now at conventions. I haven't ordered from them in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I try to, but every so often, like I planned on getting Corpse Mania regardless because I wanted to see that shit. And I was just like, well, I'm already ordering it, and this is piquing my interest, so why not?
They, I guess they're the ones that did Intrepidos Punks, which I'm gonna order at some point, but maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just see them at a show that we're doing, and yeah, and they've had some Cynthia Rock stuff, and that's like, you know what? A lot of that stuff I either already have or it's streaming, and I don't need the fucking DVD. I don't need an upscale high end version of these movies, even though I find them entertaining and shit and like them. But I don't want to throw down that kind of money, I guess.
Yeah, it's highway robbery, Joe.
Well, we're the ones that decide to take the toll road, Tom, instead of just taking that main road that we can take for free.
That's right. That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
And speaking of roads, Tom, I wouldn't say fortuitously, but usually at these hotels now they have an option where you can watch Netflix or you can watch whatever. You just have to log in. This hotel did not have that option, so I'm at the mercy of whatever cable channels that they have, and I guess there's an HBO comedy. And
well, let me help you out there with something, Joe. Always travel with your laptop and an HDMI cable.
That's what we forgot. We did have an HDMI cable, but it wasn't connecting. There was something going on, and it just wasn't fucking working. Hey, this movie's about to start. Vacation. What the fuck? Vacation? Did they remake Vacation? So I liked National Lampoon's Vacation. I still think that's a really, really funny movie. National Lampoon's Vacation Goes to Europe. That's a piece of shit. That movie just fucking sucks.
What
Christmas
about the Vegas one?
Christmas Vacation is one that watch every Christmas. You know, it's lost some of its charm, but it's still got enough funny moments that I really like. Uh, Vacation, the Griswolds go to Las Vegas and meet fucking the guy with the high pitched voice. That one sucks. That one really sucks. National Lampoon's Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure. I haven't seen that one.
I talked about it a fucking.
You
I
did.
I don't remember when because this is all a blurred show. But
Right. So this one, Vacation, came out in 2015. I didn't even hear about it. I don't remember shit, you know. I thought the remake of Vacation was Are We There Yet? But no, that's not. That's its own thing. This
This is a remake of Gaycation when Cuba Gooding was on a boat.
this is not a remake. This one is the story of Russ Griswold, old Rusty. You know, he's all grown up now, Tom. He's got a family of his own. He's got a beautiful wife, Christina Applegate, and I still think she's beautiful, but she's a weird lady in real life, you know, real political and shit. He's got 2 kids. One is like an uber nerd pussy kid, and the other one, the younger brother, he's just a fucking bully. He's always picking on his brother and making fun of his older brother. Shit, not nice to do. But yeah, he's got problems with the kids, and his wife is just not satisfied. Not satisfied with the movie. Not satisfied with with her family life. You know, she's just not getting it. Old Rusty is a pilot, and you know he gave up the opportunity to do international piloting so he could be with his family more. So now he's with some shitty airline. He doesn't get much respect, even though he's a pilot. And he's got some vacation time saved up, Tom. And he thinks, you know what? We need to just go on a family vacation to do some bonding. Not fly, even though I could probably get free tickets and shit. But no, we're going to drive. We're going to drive to Wally World just like my dad took us. It was a trip that really brought us together. And yeah, they go, Tom, and hilarity ensues. And it really fucking did. This movie is really, really funny. I laughed a lot. There's a lot of shit, places I didn't expect them to go, Tom. You know, it's got some raunchy humor. I'll be watching this one again. You know, it's like if I see it streaming somewhere, hey, you know what? I'm gonna put this on because I know it's gonna make me laugh. Roop and I were fucking cracking up watching. Okay, we were a little drunk already too, and everything's funnier when you're drunk. You know, that's when I put on Race War, and I would recommend it. I think even a sourpuss like you, Tom, would get laughs out of this movie. You definitely, everybody watching this, all 3 of you, give this movie a shot if you haven't. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be a big piece of shit. Hey, you're making another sequel like how many years later? You know, to a franchise that how many people remember? Enough. Enough do. Vacation 2015. You surprised me. You made me smile.
Oh, fuck. I think that's all I got, Joe.
Well, Tom, I've just finished not too long ago another 2024 movie, a foreign film this time, but a foreign film from an English-speaking country. I don't know which one. Who gives a fuck? It's called The Beast Within. This is not a remake of the 1980s movie that I need to go back and rewatch. No, this is its own thing. Tom. It's about a young girl that lives out in the sticks, out in the boonies, with her family, with her mom and dad, and her grandpa's there a lot of the time too. Well, she tends to notice that every night on the full moon, her mom takes the dad out, and they don't come back until later. When they come back, the dad's always like kind of like fucking worn out, and hey, he's only got a coat on. What happened to his clothes? What the fuck are these kinky fucks doing? Well, she follows one day. She's got asthma and shit, so she has to go around with a tank. I don't know, but she's got like a little tank that she carries around. So she follows him to this like broken down castle, and sees her mom put dad in some kind of chain and shit. It's like, oh, dad's a werewolf. Oh no! And she sees the change, and she gets mad. She's like, oh, why did you keep this a secret from me? Doesn't want to talk, but then reconciles. But she's freaking out. Maybe I'm gonna change. Maybe this is gonna happen to me too. One day, those chains don't hold, Tom, and the werewolf is coming after the mom and the daughter, and like, oh, what are we gonna do? We gotta stop him somehow. They do. Finally, the little girl at the end, spoilers ahead, she fucking somehow sets fire to her little tank and like sets the dad on fire somehow, turns it into a blowtorch. I don't know, but he dies, and she's thinking about it later. Oh, dad was never a werewolf. He was just abusive. We're the monsters, son. There's no monsters because the real monsters are already here. It's just us. Yeah, this sucked. This was such fuck. And it's like, it's just boring as shit. There's no build up to anything. And when the reveal comes, you didn't give a fuck because you were already bored so much. It's like, so what? Maybe if he'd have killed y'all or something, it would have added some interest in the movie. Or nah, it's garbage. The Beast Within. Fuck you.
Yeah, I heard about that one. Because I was like, oh, they're making a Beast Within remake. Oh shit! All right, it'll probably suck, but I'll watch it. And then, oh no, never mind. All right, no, I'm good. And then you fucking mentioned it today. I was just like, oh shit, they remade it. That's how much I didn't give a fuck after I found out what it was. I completely forgot.
No, nobody watched this. I watched it so you don't have to. Give it a pass.
Fucking pricks. Yeah, you really don't want to watch shit from those mate-speaking countries. Is that all you got, Joe?
That's all I got. Let me catch y'all up on some Spider-Mans, and we'll get into the real deal, the reason why you're here. Okay, I read 2 issues of Spectacular Spider-Mans because I was trying to catch up, you see. In the one I should have read last week, he fought Electro. Electro breaks out of jail, and now he's honed his powers where he can absorb electricity from like lampposts and stuff. Spider-Man makes himself an insulated spider suit and beats him. And then of Spectacular Spider-Man's old Boomerang is back, and he wants a job with the Kingpin, and Kingpin says, okay, we'll go fucking kill Spider-Man's. You can have a job. He doesn't. Spider-Man's beats him. The scenes with the Kingpin are really good. This issue had some cool art here and there, but the rest of the issue, the shit with Spider-Man Boomerang sucks. Marvel team up. He teams up with Professor X, and they fight Professor Power.
Sweet name, dickhead.
And Mentallo. It sucked. It's just a piece of shit issue. But in Amazing Spider-Man's gets a call. It's old Madam Web. She'd had a nightmare that some kind of fucking creature was going to come and kill her. And well, shit, it's old Black Tom and the Juggernauts.
Fuck, they're lovers, you know.
They're coming to abduct Madam Web so they can use her psychics to tell them what to do to win against the X-Men or something. So most of the issue is just Madam Web calls Spider-Man, says, "Hey, come protect me from whatever's gonna come." Says okay, and it's just Juggernaut walking through town. Spider-Man's is trying to stop him this way and that way, but you know what, Tom?
Once Juggernaut gets moving, you can't stop him, Joe.
Nothing stops the Juggernauts. He gets there, grabs Madam Web, and like she starts having a fucking attack or something. Hey, what's going on? Spider-Man says, hey, she can't live without that, contraption.
Stupid fucking chair.
He's like, okay, well, fuck this. And Juggernauts walks off, and Spidey has to call the ambulance. But now Spidey's mad, Tom. He's like, God damn, I failed her just like I failed Uncle Ben. I'm going to get you, Juggernauts. To be continued.
Well, I mean, he stabs him in the fucking eyes, like, what, 10 years later, right?
I think that was Shatterstar.
Yeah, you're right. He was in the comic book, though.
Yeah, he was.
Fucking prick. I'll censor you, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went back to Africa. Al Simmons was his name.
Yep. Wanda. Fucking garbage.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Oh, Joe. This original versus remake thing has been going swimmingly. You ever I don't know.
I had never seen The Wasp Woman, Tom, from
1959, 51.
I'd never seen it, Tom, and
It's a Roger Corman directed movie.
Yeah, the Roger Corman thing, and it's about a lady who owns a cosmetics company, but the cosmetics are not doing as well as they used to. Why is that? Well, one guy postulates because you're the face of this company. We've always used you, and yeah, you're getting old, toots. And well, she acknowledges, yes, I am getting old.
I'm 28.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? And well, this crazy science guy, has been
This motherfucker's out in the field fucking jerking wasps off.
He's getting wasp jizz.
Unfortunately, even with this shit being black and white, it's clear as fucking day that those are bees. You can all go fuck yourself.
They're not wasps. And with the wasp jizz, he's concocted.
Dude, you gotta grill your fingernails out just a little bit so you can go and not get stung and shit.
So from this jizz, he's made a substance, Tom, that will.
He didn't really make a substance. It's just straight up fucking bee cum, but he calls it this substance
that will rejuvenate somebody, give them back their youth. And it does, this lady, she starts to get better looking. Not really. I mean,
dude.
Took off her glasses and let her hair down.
She had like some wacky drawn on chola eyebrows, and then when she takes the substance, she loses them.
Yeah, that was it. That's all they did with her. And I don't know. She wants more, Tom. She wants to fucking, she gets that shit, steals some of it, injects it, and there's some guy that's working for her, wants to find out what's going on. Hey, it's the boss. Let the boss do what you want. Don't be fucking stealing and trying to figure out what your boss is doing. Just do what you're told, you fucking prick. Well, this shit has some side effects, She starts people, and eventually we see what she looks like as a wasp woman, and it looked like maybe they had read that issue of Spider-Man's where he turns into the fucking spider. Maybe they were trying to do that as a mask.
Yeah, I think it looks more like the fucking demons from Petey Wheatstraw when they come in the fucking club. They just have a little fucking they have like a fucking modified I don't want to say Judas guys, but the shit with the glasses and the big nose that you buy and be like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be Korean wearing these."
Yeah, somebody finds out, hey, she's the fucking wasp woman. That's why these people have been disappearing. The fucking doctor breaks his leg or something, gets hit by a car. God, it's stupid. And then she falls out the window. The end.
She's not really even a wasp woman. She's more of a werewasp.
Yeah.
If it was made today, it would definitely be made over a weekend in somebody's backyard and it'd be called werewasp.
He didn't even have a wasp cane, that would have fucking sealed the deal. But nah, this sucked. This is like, I know a lot of people that are into old timey movies and shit, and they fucking love this and all that Roger Corman shit. No, there's no reason to like this movie.
Again, not one of the worst movies I've ever seen, but it's a dull fucking boring piece of shit with white people talking in a room and then talking in a room and then talking in a room and hey, more white people's talking in a fucking room.
It's got some jazz score going throughout the movie that's pretty good. It's short, I'll give it that.
Yeah, it sucks dick. Then you can't start your fucking movie out with a bunch of bees and then have a title saying Wasp Woman over them. You look like an asshole, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, Joe, Jim Wynorski decided to direct this or was asked to direct this by the core man for Cinemax or Showtime 30, 40 years later.
Part of their Roger Corman Presents line of films, which we've reviewed some of those, but they were called something else before they were called this.
And I don't know, it's always weird when they say so and so presents because it always sounds like they're sticking their pussy up at you, getting ready for dick. So Roger Corman presents, you say. Rest in empowerment, King. Hope they didn't bury you face down.
Well, Jim Wynorski, you know what you get when you want to hit, at least get some nudity. The story is pretty much the same. Lady has a failing business and wants to save it, gets in touch with this wacky science guy who does the same thing, become blah blah blah. For some reason there's a giant bee already flying around and killing people.
Yeah, I think the cat turned into that.
Is that what happened?
I think because she morphs, we just don't really see the cat morph, so I just kind of figured that because
Okay. That does make sense. Yeah, because the cat, like, they were looking for it, couldn't find it, and yeah, okay.
but then you see the cat just attack a guy in a cat form that, yeah, I don't know, it looked like he had a nutsack on his back or some shit. It didn't look like wings. It looked like some kind of fucking tumor or something.
What the fuck was going on with that whole thing? It's just like, hey, this is and that one looked like a bee. It didn't look like a wasp.
Well, because they watched the first movie and said, hey, wait a minute, we got to make ours look like what it is.
To that, yeah. And at one point they mentioned killer bees right before the fat exterminator guy got
Yeah, this starts with like a fucking a big ass whore running down the street and some fucking Jim Wynorski fucking avatar is like, "Hey dame, don't go up there's some killer bees up there."
Hey, fuck you! I got to show my ass off.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Mm.
So she gets fucked to death by the Wu-Tang Clan, I guess, because they're the killer bees, you see.
Bees, yes. Uh, yeah. So anyway, this chick, what they said is the side effects are going to be, hey, it's going to make you unreasonable. It's going to make you maybe delusional, and it's going to make you want to fuck. And that's true. She wants to get down. She wants to get down.
Where
But
does she wanna get down to, Joe?
uh,
Pound Town.
downtown. But the thing is, like, shit. Oh no, she fucking digitally morphs to a wasp woman. Hey, I'll give them credit. They made a wasp woman costume this time, and as ridiculous as it looks, it's all right, man. They made an effort here, you know.
I mean, it's cool. It's a cool suit or animatronic device, whatever the fuck it is. It's just kinda silly and out of place in this weird step above a porno
It
movie.
is wearing a corset, the wasp thing.
It's not wearing a corset, but that's how, like, the thorax is sculpted and painted to where it looks like, "Ooh, look at my big insect titties, but isn't it covered up with a corset?" But it's just the anatomy of the bug painted like that.
It's made to look like a corset as well, to for the people that are into that, Tom.
Fucking bugs.
This
We
uh
we gotta shout out their fucking great recreation of an Animorphs cover, because that's what the fucking morph effects in this movie are.
yeah, they're real shitty. Um let's see. There's some standards of Maria Ford, Jim Wynorski chicks are in it. Maria Ford, Rocky DeMarco, I think is her name. But we also get a cameo from Julie K. Smith, and that this elevates this movie a little bit more. Just a small role. She probably should have played the lead, but there would have had to have been, like, hey, she doesn't look good, and now she does because of this thing. You can't make her look not good. That would have been impossible. So they brought in this chick, Jennifer Rubin, who was like a punk rocker in one of the fucking pedophile sleepy time killer movies. Uh, I don't know. She's okay. Like, everybody in this is okay. It's not good,
I
but
mean, there's some real shitty acting in it though, like, I forget what the fuck it was, but I just looked at the TV like, "Oh my god, you're getting paid for this shit?" And
uh,
it's cheap as fuck. Like, I'm sure, like me, you watched like a fucking kind of muddy VHS rip, but it
yeah,
still looks like, was this shot on video? What the fuck?
I think it was, and maybe high end video, but I mean, the thing is, I watched it, and we're doing this as a compare and contrast. It is a much much better movie than the original. This one's watchable. The other one, I would tell people, like, nah, I don't watch that shit. This one, I would say, yeah, give it a watch. It's got its moments. It's entertaining. You,
Don't get it fucked up, people. The shit sucks. But I mean, there's enough there, especially because there's this ridiculous monster or this lady morphing into this ridiculous monster and then does some weird sex thing. So, I mean, it's entertaining enough
yeah.
to be like, "What?" But
If you like garbage movies, which we tend to enjoy, this is a garbage movie for you.
There's some stuff in there, but again, there is some fucking boring who gives a fuck shit in there, so you gotta wait through some to get to some. Did that fucking monster bite that guy's wiener off?
Yeah, it did. With those mandibles, I guess. I don't know.
So yeah, it's if you like bad movies or monster movies, check it out. Watch it with people.
Hmm.
It'll probably be more entertaining. I watched it by myself and just kind of felt like a fucking loser. So maybe don't do that, but
Um, just a little to close this out. Like I read the Wikipedia page on it, and it, had some excerpts from an interview with Jennifer Rubin, the main star, and she said working with Wynorski was horrible. That he is the most disgusting man that she'd ever met.
but he made Munchie.
I think Rocky DeMarco was in that one too.
Oh shit.
I was looking. I was like, was she married to this guy? But no, I don't know. Probably just fucking.
That's unfortunate.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing next week. I was gonna get a wheel ready to spin and all that, but what was there? There was the fog, the eye, I think piranha. I don't know any of those
This is
stick
your
out.
this is your thing.
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, another thing, like I watched this on YouTube. I don't know if you did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It had some trailers to some movies before it, and I want to watch a couple of those.
It had did you watch one with I watched one where they had like, you remember that TBS shit where they'd have monkeys act out scenes from movies? Is
Yeah,
that the one you watched?
no, no,
Dude, mine had like 15 minutes of that shit before the movie.
no. This one was a direct rip. Even had the fucking FBI warning and shit, and then it had the trailers for other I forget what distribution company this was, but
Do you remember the movies?
no, but one was like a fucking killer android on a spaceship with Richard Grieco, and another one was a cop that killed somebody, and some whore saw it happen. Now he's trying to kill that whore, but yeah.
Oh, is there like two ladies running through the woods? Shallow Grave. Does
Oh,
that
this
sound right?
I'd never seen or heard of this movie. This was
No.
it's all in the city, Tom. It's all in LA.
Is it? Okay, never mind then.
But yeah, I'm gonna go back and look at those trailers, write down those titles, because yeah, I want to see them. They look like shit.
Oh fuck. All right. So what do we want to do, Joe? What do we want to do? I mean, hey, we're doing, George Romero, Tom Savini, Roger Corman, Jim Wynorski, all horror legends. So fuck it. We'll do the fog. Maybe we'll get a call from Mr. C and whoever the fuck directed the what I'm sure is going to be a fantastic remake. I'm sure it's a Frenchman. Can't wait. I'm sure I just made a terrible decision.
I'm certain.
Because I don't even like the original fog.
Yeah, this is some shit you're gonna regret, but you can't get me this time, you fuck.
Yeah, well, I can't win them all. I'll start making better choices sometime. Hey, I didn't drink today, Joe.
One day.
Oh, well, everybody, thank you. I appreciate you checking this out. It is, yeah, definitely. We appreciate you guys fucking watching this shit and all that good stuff. Hope you have a fucking great week and everything goes your way. And glob willing, we'll be here next week to talk about the fog movies.
And don't forget to catch us on Monday, where we'll be on the Hordecast Live. I think at 8 o'clock. Maybe there's a time differentiation.
Yeah, I think it's 7 because I watch it when I'm in the shop, or I
Yeah.
listen to it in the background while I'm in the shop. I think it's 7, but I could be wrong.
Right.
So, hey, somebody reach out and let me know when I'm supposed to be ready to do this. That would be terrific. Joe, you got anything to say?
No, thanks everybody for watching. The few of you that do, thanks everybody that was in the chat. Chris, hey, we hadn't heard from you in a while. Old JR, James Robinson, my favorite comic book writer, one of the favorite comic book writers. Lori Martino, yeah, that's Martin. Yeah, that's at Hordecast Live. Charlie, and that's about it for this week. So even less than usual.
Oh, hey, the Thanksgiving sale's coming up. I think it's gonna be Wednesday through Saturday of Thanksgiving week. So whenever that is, 33% off most things. And again, 5 items will be taken out of the vault and be available only that time. They'll be discounted, but it won't be the 33% off. I'll just put them up there at a even more reasonable price, and they're limited. I think the no, we'll just wait and let you go to the site and not buy anything.
JR says 8 p.m. Eastern, so yeah.
So that's 7, right on. Hey, thanks. And then fuck.
One thing, and also Fast Custom Shirts will be having their annual Blaxploitation Friday sale that will go on throughout the weekend. There'll be one new shirt, unless I get rejuvenated somehow, I'll make a few more. But nah, one for sure. And fuck it, I'll tell you now. Fuck a surprise. It is going to be BAPS. I know everybody wants a BAPS shirt, right?
Well, Rudy Ray Moore was in it. Hey, everybody. Until next time, BOYGOB.
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to dwnproductions.net and fastcustomshirts.com. Until next time.